Morning, everyone. So, last time we did with one topic that was simulated annealing, right? So, for that case, I just want to know from you people that what was simulated annealing, what was the process, and why were we doing it? Any student can answer this question. What was simulated annealing? What was the complete process of simulated annealing and why were we doing it? Yes, students, please answer. The question is that what is simulated annealing? What was the complete process of simulated annealing and why were we doing this process? Anybody can answer this question? Kunal, can you answer? Okay, Meet is saying don't know. Part, Kunal is also saying don't know. So, see, students, my main concern is, which I have been observing since last week or so, the thing is that, okay, I take your lectures, I take your lab sessions, but are you people understanding that much? Because at the end, our main motive is that you people should be able to understand the concept. So, if you want me to go any faster or go any slower, or if you want to go in that much depth of any particular topic, then you should inform me, right? So if you are having any problem in understanding the concepts or the way of teaching or anything, then please be clear with that thing so that even I can improve and you people can understand in a better way. So anyone who can answer this question, please. Okay, Harsh Marthak, roll number 190. Harsh, can you hear me? Okay, I guess he's not there. Pronal,
Ma'am, don't know.
no, I'm not talking about simulated annealing. I'm talking about the way of my teaching. If you are facing any problem, then please tell me.
No, ma'am, the
Forget
way of
about
teaching
simulated
is
annealing.
ma'am, the way of teaching is good. I like the way of teaching, but I need time to grasp everything. So
Okay, so is there any problem from my side? Then you can please be open with myself. I'm not having any problem with that.
no, 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 ma'am. Everything is fine from your side, but I need some time to revise everything and all.
Okay, so anybody else who is having any other issue with the teaching? अगर सब कुछ सही चल रहा है तो किसी को क्यों नहीं पता सिमुलेटेड अनीलिंग क्या है? On Tuesday, we discussed that topic for the complete 1 hour. All right, so let's just start with our today's session. Okay, so as we were talking about simulated annealing, which was the second process or the second method of the derivative free optimization. The first one was genetic algorithm. For that, I have told you people that you can refer to the documentation that I have provided you people for your chapter number 1. Okay, so genetic algorithm will remain same. And in case of simulated annealing, it was actually a process of metallurgy where our main motive is to remove the defects from the metal and to make less use of energy. That was our main two things. Okay, so सिम्युलेटेड अनीलिंग में हम अगर मेटल को इम्प्रूव कर रहे थे मेटल के मटेरियल को that was by heating by increasing the temperature or decreasing the temperature. Then we saw that simulated annealing was somewhat similar to hill climbing. And in hill climbing what was going on was कि अगर हमारे पास एक graph है which is in the form of a hill, in that case हिल क्लाइंबिंग में ऐसा कंसेप्ट था दैट हम सिर्फ ऊपर जा सकते हैं. देयर वाज नो प्रोविजन टू कम बैक. बट इन केस ऑफ सिमुलेटेड अनीलिंग हम अगर टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज कर रहे थे then there was a provision to decrease the temperature as well. Then we were talking about some of the terminologies like the objective function, the temperature, the trial point, if you people remember, and then the annealing parameter and also the re-annealing. After that, we also discussed about the algorithm, okay? So that you can just revise on your own now because I have completed and as you are saying that you don't have any doubt. So, all right then. Then today we will discuss about the stopping conditions for this algorithm. So there are about 5 stopping conditions that can be there, and if even one of them is liable, then our algorithm will stop. So I'll just read it out once so that you can understand in a better way. The simulated annealing algorithm uses the following conditions to determine when to stop. So the first one is function tolerance. The algorithm runs until the average change in value of the objective function is this function tol iter length iterations is less than the value of this function. The default value is this one. So it is some of the things that is in compliance with your algorithm. So once you will be clear with your algorithm, with you will be clear with all the terminologies for this simulated annealing method, then you will be able to understand these conditions as well. Second point is max iteration. The algorithm stops when the number of iterations exceeds this maximum number of iterations. You can specify the maximum number of iterations as a positive integer or INF. The default value is INF. Then we have max function evaluations, specifies the maximum number of evaluations of the objective function. The algorithm stops if the number of function evaluations exceed the value of max function evaluations. The default value is 3000 into the provided function. Then we have max time, specifies the maximum time in seconds the algorithm runs before stopping. The default value is INF. Objective limit. The algorithm stops when the best objective function value is less than the value of objective limit. The default value is minus INF. So this is something that you have to learn. Okay. Once you will be able to understand your algorithm well, you will be clear with these things also. The next topic for derivative-free optimization is random search. So random search is a family of numerical optimization methods that do not require the gradient of the problem to be optimized, as random search can hence be used on functions that are not continuous or differentiable. Such optimization methods are also known as direct search, derivative-free, or black box methods. Please be careful with the names. Such, I'm just repeating once again, such optimization methods are also known as direct search, derivative-free, or black box methods. Which types? The random search types, because they do not make use of any continuous or differentiable methods. That is why. The name random search is attributed to this Brastrigen, who made an early presentation of random search along with basic mathematical analysis. So random search works by iteratively moving to a better position in the search space, which are sampled from a hypersphere surrounding the current position. So if you take example, आप लोगों ने AI में भी पढ़ा है, CI में भी पढ़ा है. In game playing, chapter for AI specifically, in that case, state space search में हम क्या कर रहे थे? We were doing the random search over there as well. कैसे? कि जब हमारे को कोई पोजीशन नहीं पता है, we don't know that which path to take. We know the goal, we know the start point, but we don't know how to reach the goal. In that case, what we do is we actually select the input space or the state space randomly, right? So that random search is also something which is related to this thing. Okay. Now they are saying that it is actually a mathematical optimization method where we choose the input space, the state space from the hypersphere surrounding the current position. Hypersphere means all the particular environment that can be there for that particular problem from where we have to reach our goal. The algorithm described herein is a type of local random search where every iteration is dependent on the prior iteration's candidate solution. There are alternative random search methods which sample from the entirely of the search space. For example, pure random search or uniform global random search. So please study about the algorithm. Give it 5 minutes and study on your own. Alright, over here they have taken a function. Let f is equal to Rn belongs to R, or Rn is implication of R, be the fitness or cost function which must be minimized. Let small x belongs to Rn designate a position or candidate solution in the search space. The basic random search algorithm then can then be described as the first point, initialize x with a random position in the search space. Second, until a termination criterion is met, example, the number of iterations performed or adequate fitness reached. First point, a sample new position y for the hypersphere of a given radius surrounding the current position x. If function y is less than function of x, then move to the new position by setting x is equal to y. So this is how you search for any random value when you are looking for a particular input in the state space in the hypersphere to reach your goal state. The next algorithm that we are going to discuss is downhill simplex search. It is also one of the very important topics. Okay. So before that, okay, there are so many questions. Okay, Lokesh, fine. Okay, students, अब भी आवाज की प्रॉब्लम है. Is there still audio issue? All right, I'll just disconnect and connect once again. Okay, is it fine now? Any better? Students, are you able to hear properly now? Is the audio clear? Okay, good thing. So now we are going to discuss about the next method or the last method for the derivative free optimization method, which is downhill simplex algorithm. So it is actually something where we have to find the minimum of the multivariate unconstrained function. Or in other words, we have to talk about some n-dimensional figures. Okay. Now, n-dimensional figures can be anything. It can be a triangle, it can be a square, it can be a diamond shape, any type of polygon, it can be anything. Here simplex, if we talk about 2D figures, तो यहाँ पे simplex का मतलब होगा triangle. तो यहाँ पे what we are trying to do is हम ट्राइंगल की मिनिमम वैल्यू फाइंड करने का ट्राई करेंगे, जिससे हमारे पास एक अनकंस्ट्रेन्ड फंक्शन आए जिसकी वैल्यू मिनिमम हो. Once we will start studying this algorithm, you will get a clarity or a clear picture of what I am talking about. So this algorithm is based on a simplex, the simplest volume in n-dimensional parameter area, which is stretched from n plus 1 points. देखो यहाँ पे सिंप्लेक्स का मतलब है ट्राइंगल. इस चीज को ध्यान में रखो, because when we talk about the simplest figure or the minimum figure in 2D, it is a triangle. Three sides है. It is the minimum required figure in 2D. So simplex यहाँ पे हम simplex का मतलब होगा triangle. Okay. So given a continuous function of n variables, हमारे पास ये एक function है. Okay. And these are the variables that we are considering. The goal is to find a local minimum. Local minimum was something that we have studied in hill climbing. Can anyone define it? What was local minimum? Anyone? Can anyone define what was local minimum in case of hill climbing? I'm not talking about simulated annealing or anything which we discussed in this chapter. Hill climbing आपने पहले पढ़ा था, उसका टेस्ट भी दे चुके हो. So what was it? Arun, what was it? Today I'm not getting answers from you. Yes, students, normal सा question है. What is local minima? What is local minima in hill climbing? Abhishek, can you answer? Okay. So Fennel is saying it is something minimum value found in a particular area. Okay, Pranal is saying it as the lowest value. What happens when we get stuck in local minima? How do we recover? How do we recover from local minima? You know why I'm asking these questions from you people today? Let me just show you one thing. Where is your test? Yes. Yesterday, uh, not yesterday, day before yesterday, I was about to check your Google form answers, and this is what I get. Just check, just even observe, सबके answers बिल्कुल same. Not even just for one question or two questions. सबके लिए जो वैल्यूज मैंने आपको क्वेश्चंस ऐसे दिए थे वेरी यू हार्ड टू राइट शॉर्ट आंसर्स, वहां पे थोड़ा बहुत वेरिएशन दिखा मुझे. अदरवाइज everything was same. You know, this thing is really shocking when you people perform so well and not even one or two students, everybody. जो लोग क्लास में नहीं आते वो लोग भी. When the answers are so same and जब क्लास में पूछो तो किसी को कुछ नहीं आता होता. What's going on? ये तो देखो क्लियर था कि आपका ये पूरा टेस्ट सबको आता है तो नहीं है. इट वॉज चीटिंग. सो आई एम सॉरी, आपका वो लेक्चर भी खराब गया और आपका ये टेस्ट भी कंसिडर तो नहीं होगा. सो वंस आई विल कंप्लीट दिस चैप्टर, नाउ यू विल हैव अ क्लास टेस्ट वंस अगेन. अब उसको कैसे रखना है, किस वे में आई विल कीप योर क्लास टेस्ट, दैट आई विल टेल यू. गूगल फॉर्म तो अब हम नहीं करेंगे, नेवर एवर, बिकॉज वो तो आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड कि आप लोग अपनी इंटेलिजेंस कैसे शो करते हो. सो ओके, कमिंग बैक टू आवर टॉपिक. तो लोकल मिनिमा से हम बाहर आते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ बैक ट्रैकिंग टेक्निक. बट अरुण, एक प्रॉब्लम थी. हम हिल क्लाइंबिंग की केस में बैक ट्रैकिंग नहीं कर सकते थे. दैट वाज समथिंग जो हिल क्लाइंबिंग हमारे को प्रोवाइड नहीं करता. तो न्यूरल नेटवर्क इन हिल क्लाइंबिंग. Pranal, can you explain what you are talking about?
Yeah, I'm asking that to overcome the local maxima, neural network will work or not?
Like how? न्यूरल नेटवर्क कैसे वर्क करेगा हिल क्लाइंबिंग? That is what I'm asking you. Okay, please study about it. I'm not going to tell you the answer. So, let me leave it here. Okay. So given a continuous function for n variables, these are the n variables, the goal is to find the local minimum by m of this function with corresponding variables xn. For that purpose, we construct a simplex of n plus 1 points. Again repeating, simplex is a triangle with these vertices, these are the vectors like x1 up to xn, xn plus 1 with these are the values. The procedure is now as follows. After having generated the start simplex, the best point ymin and xmin and the worst point and the second worst point are determined, then the mirror center. This is how you can actually determine the mirror center. I'll just show you the figure. Okay. This is what I have made. अभी मैंने एक triangle बनाया which is known as a simplex. अभी मैं आपको बता रही थी. Okay. So I have made a simplex with n plus 1 points. उसके लिए मैंने कुछ vectors को identify किया. And now what I have done is I have chosen a function जिसको मैं अप्लाई करूंगी मेरे n plus 1 पॉइंट्स पे so that मेरे पास एक simplex बन जाए. Simplex is a triangle. I'm repeating again and again. Okay. Now they are saying कि उन्होंने एक ऐसा point find करा जिस point से हम अपने simplex की एक mirror image बना सकते हैं. Okay. So mirror image इस तरह से ही बनेगी. Obviously अगर a figure is upwards, its mirror image will be something downwards with exact proportions. So उसके लिए they have provided us a formula. This is the formula to find the value of actually the mirror center. Okay, so that we can find the mirror image. So it is determined from all the points except the worst point. So हमारे पास जो points identify होंगे by making a simplex, by considering these values x1 to xn and considering this function, जो points consider होंगे उससे हम identify कर सकते हैं mirror center of our simplex. The first step is to generate a new simplex with lower volume is the reflection of worst point at the mirror center. So there are three other methods to construct a new simplex. The expansion to accelerate the reduction of simplex to a simplex of a smaller volume. The contraction to keep the simplex small, and the compression around the actual waist. So if you read the first line once again, it is this algorithm is based on a simplex, the simplest volume in the n-dimensional parameter area, which is stretched from n plus 1 points. तो अभी हमने ये आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया कि सिंप्लेक्स एक ट्रायंगल होता है जिसमें हम कुछ पॉइंट्स को कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, जिसपे हम कुछ फंक्शन अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, एंड देन वी आर कंसिडरिंग इट्स मिरर सेंटर मिरर. ओके, हम मिरर सेंटर उसका आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं, एंड व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज वी आर एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू फाइंड इट्स मिरर इमेज. नाउ इफ यू सी दिस फिगर, उन्होंने हमारे को 4 फिगर्स ड्रॉ करके दिए हैं. ओके, जिसमें व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज we are actually trying to find its reflection, its expansion, its contraction and its compression. अभी इसको कैसे हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं? एक ट्रायंगल की मिरर इमेज, मिरर सेंटर फाइंड करके. How we can find these values for a given simplex with a particular points with a particular function. That is what this algorithm is all about. I'm repeating once again. इस एल्गोरिथम में हमें क्या करना है, एक सिंप्लेक्स लेना है. सिंप्लेक्स इन्होंने इसलिए उसको टर्म दे दी है because right now we are talking about a 2D figure. जैसे जैसे हम अपनी डायमेंशंस इंक्रीज करते जाएंगे, जैसे कि सपोज 3D, 4D, 5D एक्सेट्रा, तो उस केस में our figures will start changing. 2D में अगर हमारे पास ट्रायंगल है, 3D में it will be something like prism. I hope you people remember prism क्या था. Then in 4D it will be something else, in 5D it will be something else, etc. So here we are just considering a simplex triangle 2D figure, and what we are doing is हम उसकी मिरर, सेंटर मिरर फाइंड करके उसके 4 पॉइंट्स फाइंड करने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं. दैट इज its reflection, its expansion, its contraction, and its compression. This is the main motive of doing this algorithm. Alright? So अभी तक हमने जो पढ़ा उसमें हमने पढ़ा कि हम जो सेंटर मिरर है, मतलब मिरर सेंटर है, सॉरी, तो उसको कैसे फाइंड करेंगे, उसके लिए दे हैव प्रोवाइडेड अस अ फॉर्मूला. देन उन्होंने कहा देयर आर 3 अदर मेथड्स टू कंस्ट्रक्ट द सिंप्लेक्स. टिल नाउ व्हाट वी डिड, we chose n plus 1 points, we applied a function on that, and then that is how we were actually considering the various points on the simplex. तो जो उन्होंने मेथड्स हमारे को बताए, that was the first one was the expansion to accelerate the reduction of simplex to a simplex of smaller volume. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम एक्सपेंशन बनाएंगे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो हमने चलो देख लिया कि रिफ्लेक्शन तो हमें बनानी है, क्योंकि अगर हम मिरर सेंटर फाइंड कर रहे हैं वहां से वी कैन जज दैट वी हैव टू मेक अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ आवर सिंप्लेक्स. देन वी हैव इस एक्सपेंशन. An expansion is done to accelerate the reduction of the simplex to a simplex of smaller volume. Then we have the contraction. Contraction is made to keep the simplex small, and the compression is actually where we can actually make use of the best point, and तो हम अपना contraction figure बनाएंगे for our simplex. All 4 methods are used repeatedly until the best point is obtained. Figure illustrates all 4 steps for a 3-point simplex from n is equal to 2 parameters. Now, if you see, हमने यहाँ पे simplex बनाया था n plus 1 points के साथ, and these were the vectors that we considered. So now they are saying that हमारे पास यहाँ पे n की value 2 है, so automatically our simplex will be of points 3, that is a triangle. After the first reflection, the expansion point, this is the expansion point, after we are done with the finding the reflection of our simplex, is determined and compared with this value to determine the next steps. The following flow chart, I will just show you. The coordinate changes of the parameters during the used steps are made using the Nedler's med parameters alpha, beta, and gamma, usually set to 1, 0.5, and 2. The iteration is long resumed until a convergence criterion is fulfilled. The procedure converges approximately linear and thus not extremely fast but durable. So, see, it is all the game of this simplex. Okay, now we are finding its reflection, expansion, contraction, and compression. How we are doing it, they have provided us an algorithm, a flow chart for it. Okay, they have considered all the values over here, how we are actually finding the reflection, expansion, contraction, and compression. I'll share this figure with you people. So please try to study on your own about this topic. This not this topic, just this flow chart, and let me know if you're able to understand or not. And if you'll be having any doubt, we can discuss it once again. Okay, so बालकृष्णा, रौनक एंड लोकेश, देखो जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है that there is some real world example available, I try to give it. बट अभी अगर मैं आपको एक मेथड समझा रही हूँ जिसका एक एल्गोरिथम है, जिसका एक फिक्स्ड एल्गोरिथम है, जिसका एक फिक्स्ड प्रोसेस है. एग्जाम्पल, अगर कोई मुझे कह रहा है वाटर बॉईल करो, गैस पे एक पैन रखा, उसमें पानी डाला, मैंने वाटर बॉईल कर दिया, अब उसका मैं रियल वर्ल्ड एग्जाम्पल आपको कहाँ से दूं? सी, जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि रियल वर्ल्ड एग्जाम्पल कैन बी गिवन, आई ट्राई टू गिव इट. Yes, I understand that आप अगर एल्गोरिथम को रिलेट कर पाओगे तो it is obviously simpler for you to understand. I understand this thing. But अगर this thing के बारे में suppose we talk about simulated annealing. अभी simulated annealing में क्या है? एक मेटल है, मेटल का टेम्परेचर हम इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं. क्यों? एक तो उसके डिफेक्ट्स रिमूव करने के लिए और उसकी एनर्जी कंजम्पशन कम हो इसलिए. अब इसका मैं और रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल क्या दूं आपको? आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? व्हाई आर वी परफॉर्मिंग दैट टास्क? तो बेटा बताया तो मैंने, दो चीजें हमारे को अचीव करनी थी. एक तो हमें मेटल के डिफेक्ट्स रिमूव करने थे और एक हमारे को अपनी एनर्जी कंजम्पशन कम करनी थी. इसलिए इसलिए हम सिमुलेटेड अनीलिंग का मेथड कर रहे थे. अब उसका जो एल्गोरिथम है, उसके जो स्टेप्स हैं, अब उसके मैं आपको क्या एग्जांपल्स दूं? ये चीजें तो आपको भी समझनी है. Some of the things are there which is like purely mathematical. अब मैथमेटिक्स को इन फॉर्म ऑफ एग्जाम्पल, एक इक्वेशन को इन फॉर्म ऑफ एग्जाम्पल, हाउ आई कैन एक्सप्लेन इन फॉर्म ऑफ रियल वर्ल्ड एग्जाम्पल, आई डोंट नो. मैथमेटिक्स को मैं रियल वर्ल्ड एग्जाम्पल में कैसे शो करूं, कैसे एक्सप्लेन करूं? इफ यू हैव सर्टेन थिंग्स, yes, obviously it is like you have to mug up. Obviously algorithm तो यही होगा ना. अभी न्यूरल नेटवर्क था, जेनेटिक एल्गोरिथम था, फजी लॉजिक था. वी डिस्कस्ड सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स फॉर दैट थिंग. वहां पे डिड यू हैव टू मग अप? If the topic is something which is mathematical in nature, you only tell how can I give you a real world example of that. Okay, whatever, moving on. Let's take your attendance for today's session. TC 116 Series 67.
Yes, ma'am.
Roll number 9. 12.
Yes, 12.
19. 37. 63. 67.
Yes, ma'am.
69. Okay. 73.
Yes, ma'am.
77.
Yes, ma'am. 77.
Okay. 79 is present. 80 present.
Yes, ma'am.
85.
80.
85. Okay. 86. 100. 108. 112. 113. Okay. 86 is present. Yes, 86. I got it. Roll number 9. Yes, I got it. 113. 119.
Yes, ma'am.
127.
Yes, ma'am.
129. Okay. 130.
Yes, ma'am.
135. 136. Okay, 135 is also there. 136 also there. 164. 190. Okay. Class TC2 18 series 9. Roll number 7. 11. 29. 7 is there. And 29 is there. 58. Kunal is there. 68. Okay. 71.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then 75 present. 78. 84. 88. 89. Meet. 96. Present. 97. 103 is present. 115. 117. 133. Sorry, 118 also is there. 173.
Present, ma'am.
7 PC3. Roll number 4.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 133 present.
Yes, I got it. Roll number 40. Arun. 172. Daksh. No, 172 is British. 182 is Daksh. Okay. Then 18 series 1. Okay. Alright, students, thank you.